Amazing day to everyone. This is your girl Muffin follower. Welcome back to my channel. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Please do not only view alone. Subscribe, please. Let's help each other out. I hope the last video I made was helpful on the most repeated topics in Jamb Biology. So today we'll be going straight to the point. I'll be explaining the most repeated topics in chemistry for your Jamb examination. Examination should be starting in 6 weeks time, so give it all it takes and try your best. So let's go straight to the point. Most repeated topics in chemistry. The first one is compound and mixture. Under this, you should learn the difference between compounds and mixture. You should know the meaning of a compound, you should know the meaning of a mixture, you should know the properties of a compound and that of a mixture. You should also know the difference between impure and pure substances, physical and chemical changes, and you should know the properties under it. Also, you should learn separating techniques. You should know the different kinds of separating techniques and what they work for. Particulate nature of matter and stoichiometry. Under particulate nature of matter, you should know atoms, molecule, ion, compound, matter, and you should also know their differences. You should be able to understand the differences between the atom, molecule, ion, compound, and matter. These are the fundamentals of chemistry, and it will help in other areas. You must also learn the first 20 elements and their symbols and their atomic numbers. It is very important because it will help you in other aspects of chemistry. Atomic numbers can be used to calculate different questions in chemistry. Under stoichiometry is the calculative part of chemistry. Under this, you should know how to solve the relative molecular mass of a compound or molecule, the empirical formula, percentage by mass. You should also know how to write chemical formulas using their valency. E.g., calcium chloride equals to CaCl2. The valency of calcium is 2 and the chlorine is 1. So chlorine is going to be taking the 2 and calcium will be taking the 1, making it CaCl2. Same as sodium chloride. The valency of sodium is 1 and the valency of chlorine is also 1, making it NaCl, sodium chloride. You should also learn how to balance chemical equations because you'll be needing it in electrolysis and quantitative analysis. Next, we have atomic structure and chemical bonding. Under atomic structure, you should learn the structure of atoms. You should learn what atoms consist of, which are electron, proton, and neutron. You should know that proton also represents the atomic number. In a neutral atom, the proton is equals to the electron. You should also learn how to draw atomic structures. You should learn the rules guiding the drawing of atomic structures. You should also learn the discovery of atoms. Under chemical bonding, you should learn the types of chemical bonds, which are covalent, electrovalent, and metallic bonding. Under metallic bonding, there is hydrogen bonding and van der Waals forces. Under van der Waals forces, we have dipole-dipole, ion-dipole, and London dispersion forces. So next we have gas laws and kinetic theory of matter. You should also learn the meaning of lone pair of electrons and shared pair of electrons. You should know the differences between them. So back to kinetic theory of matter and gas laws. In kinetic theory of matter, you should know all the things that are happening at the molecular level. You should know the molecular explanation for boiling, melting, evaporation. You should also know the kinetic theory. Do not mind my background. I'm in a school setting, so you're about to hear voices. So next we have gas laws. You should learn all the basic gas laws: Charles' law, Boyle's law, Dalton's law of partial pressure, law of diffusion, general law, and ideal gas equation. You should also learn how to express your results in ratio. Next we have acid, base, and salt. You should learn types of salts and acid. We have strong and weak acid and strong and weak base. Also learn neutralization reaction, how to calculate hydrogen and hydroxide ion equations or reaction. You should also learn how to find the pH of a particular solution and how to use indicators, understand the changes in both the blue and red litmus paper. You should also learn salt. You should know the types of salt and why the types of salt are those types. You should know and understand salt hydrolysis, learn how to calculate water of crystallization and properties of salt. Next, we have periodic table and periodicity. You should know the difference between periods and groups, and you should also know the properties of periods and groups. You should know the gradation in the properties of the periodic table. You should know the general properties of each groups and each period. We have nuclear chemistry. You can read on that. Then you should also learn or read about quantitative and qualitative analysis. Quantitative analysis is the continuation of stoichiometry. Then you should also learn air and air pollution. You should learn more about water and water pollution. You should learn the types of water, hard and soft water, advantages of hard water over soft water, differences between solution and suspension, and then the differences between true solution and colloidal solution. You should learn the concept under solubility and how to calculate the solubility of a solution. We have oxidation and reduction. You learn what is oxidation and reduction based on addition of oxygen, removal of hydrogen, electronegative elements of electron, and electropositive elements of electron. You learn how to calculate the oxidation number and oxidation state of an element, learn oxidizing and reducing agents. Then you should also learn electrolysis. Oxidation and reduction is useful in electrolysis. You learn ionic theory, electrodes, electrolytes, different kinds of electrodes. You should mainly learn all the concepts under electrolysis and how to solve questions under it. Also learn the preference of electric discharge using electrochemical series. Then next we have non-metals. You should learn the general properties of non-metals, usually halogens. Then you should learn the physical and chemical properties and then the compounds they form. The next one we have is metals. You should learn the general properties of metals, the different groups of metals, alloying metals, and the sources of the metals, that is like the ore of the metals. Then the last one we have is organic chemistry. Under this, you should learn hydrocarbon, learn how to name compounds using IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. You should learn functional group. Then you should learn homologous series such as alkane, alkyl, alkyne, alkanol, and alkanoic acid. So that is all for today. I hope you understand everything I've said and I've explained. Please do not forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate. Bye. See you next time.